Who's been more impressive this playoff run so far? We're only in round two, but who has been
Round
more
two.
impressive? Jalen Brunson, Ant-Man Edwards, or SG Alexander out there in OKC, man? Let me know in the comments. Drop it in there. Let me know what y'all think out there of who's been the most impressive y'all have seen. I mean, man, it's for me, it's hard to go against Brunson here. It really is. It's hard to go against Brunson. I'm an Edwards fan. You know what I mean? You know that baby faced dark skinned boy smiling, smiling right. You know what I mean? Love to see it. Love to see it. But for me right now, watching the games, I didn't get to see SGA as much, but what he's doing is what he's been doing all year. But I
Right.
feel like Edwards and Brunson, obviously the market helps, but them being in a bigger spotlight is showcasing what they're doing and they're elevating not only themselves but their teammates. That's what I'm seeing from these two young brothers doing doing the damn thing. But Brunson with that foot injury kind of looked like he had a thigh bruise or whatever it was. Sat out the whole second quarter. He comes back, takes some time to get warmed up and get in the flow in the game, and he just goes to work. One of the clutchest, luckiest. I mean, I've never seen somebody get so many lucky bounces on that shot,
Soft
bro.
touch, man. That
It's
touch is
it's the
soft.
Sixers. Just a lucky, just bounces his way, and then other times, the hand up. You know what I mean? He's clutch. He is clutch, bro. So for me, man, after seeing this performance tonight, gotta be Brunson. Gotta be Brunson for me.
I mean, yeah, that's the easiest. I mean, listen, every one of these guys are bringing something magical to their team. You're talking, and let's start with Edwards. You're talking about, not rumors, but just conversations saying he's the next Jordan, the next Kobe, and because he's so
Yeah, yeah.
young and he does all these
Go ahead,
things.
black man, smile.
Yeah, and I love Edwards' game. I think he has a heart of a lion. I think he's
He's silky
coachable,
smooth, bro.
right?
He's
And
silk.
he's gotten better each year. You see that his team now it's the Minnesota Timberwolves. It's his team. It's not Tar Anthony Towns' team now. They kind of
Yeah,
passed that torch over, where he's taking the torch, so to say.
for
So I think
sure.
Edwards is
Yeah,
bringing
for
something
sure.
there. And then SGA just something that we haven't seen on television a lot, so it's hard to really see the work that he's done at OKC. But he's he's driven OKC to the number one seed in the
Facts.
West. In
Yes.
the
Yes.
West.
And the
Now,
West.
now,
Yes.
granted, Joker won the MVP this year, just or tonight.
Tonight. Yeah.
But
You see what
SGA
Shaq
to
said?
me,
Shaq's an
yeah.
asshole, bro.
But I hear he shouldn't have he shouldn't have said that.
He
But
shouldn't have said that. Said that after the thing, but yeah, you just won. But what you think about SGA should have won? Like what,
right, I
motherfucker?
I
Come on,
agree.
bro.
But I was I
Come on,
was on
dog.
SGA because of what he's done all year. The kid can put up points. He's very smooth with the basketball. He's not really explosive, but he can get a bucket, man. He's just a straight bucket on every level. And then just going back to Brunson, and it's hard to say for SGA because he hasn't played in any tight games. I mean, he's swept the one series, and now he's
Yep.
just won. So he's only played 5 games so far in the
But
playoffs.
he hasn't. But the thing with what I not to cut you off there, but the thing that I'm thinking is that the other two have had performance spotlight performance. Like SGA is just that steady 28, 31.
Yeah,
But I mean, Brunson tied Mike, who else? Wilt and somebody else for the most times in playoffs and 40 points scored in a
40-point
row.
games. Yeah, he's in the
You know what
top
I'm
four.
saying?
He's right.
You know
He's
what I mean?
second.
Like,
Yeah,
yeah. So like, and I think Ant had a 40 something point game already in the playoffs.
yeah.
So and this is what I mean by upping their level of their game. They just have. And some players can and some players can't. And I'm not saying SGA can't, but we just haven't seen it yet. And we've seen the other guys answer
Well,
the
that's
bell
because that's once
when it was
again that's
called.
because it's been so easy for him. SGA almost had a triple double. He was 29 out of 9, 29 out of 9, and blew the doors off of Dallas with Kyrie a champion and Luka Doncic this MVP that everybody wants to be. Blew it off. Now is Doncic hurt? Yeah, I guess he has a bad knee or he's laboring from a injury, but that ain't got
Yeah.
nothing to do with what SGA's been doing. SGA had 27 points in the third quarter. and they were up 20.
Yeah.
So the fourth quarter, he let off the gas, but he still had 9 rebounds, 9 assists.
Yeah.
So yeah, he
Yeah.
hasn't had the staple game where he had to really show who he is as far as can he win in the clutch moments. Because the games have been so easy for them, it's been a walk in the park. So I think the Thunder sweep these guys, get them up out of here. So we won't see that until they play Minnesota, because I think Minnesota's going to mess around. Well, maybe not OKC may have sweep. I think Dallas will get one. Maybe it'll be a gentleman's sweep.
Uh,
But I think
well,
Minnesota will sweep.
well, Youngin talking about he didn't know what about the MVP was today, and that honey mustard leather suit
Oh
that he
man,
came walking in.
and
That
now
thing
we
was
want to talk about
horrific.
fashion. These dudes is on a different
Yo, that Joe was
wave.
terrible.
Yeah, that boy had a
Yeah, I
damn, like you
mean
said,
a
honey
honey
mustard.
mustard leather suit with a leather tie on with it too.
Yeah,
Jesus,
that boy nasty with it.
who,
But
who,
hey, listen, what can you
nasty
say when
work.
you come out then there flirt with a triple double with 29 points? I mean, like
Yeah, we could say something
you do,
better than
do
that.
what you want to do.
Find
But I
something
do
else.
going back to you is Brunson's the guy in the playoffs. Um, Hands down, he's carried his New York Knicks team on his back. You can tell tonight he went out in the second quarter and the Knicks just completely crumbled. I think the
Crumbled
Pacers went up 10 quick at
quick.
halftime, went
Yep.
up 13 by the third quarter, and then here comes Superman with his cape. Brunson, next thing you know, they go on a 14 to 16-0 run, and here they win by what, 10? So yeah, for me, I'm going to crown Brunson so far in the playoffs for best performances and MVP of the playoffs right now. I know we're only on the
I'm
second
about to
one.
say we're so early. You
Still
know,
early,
that's so
still early.
early.
A lot of
So
basketball to
early.
play.
Yeah, for sure.